Now I'd like to offer the awakening. We slumbered in a malaise so very deep and allowed this pandemic into our lives to creep. Amid protestations of how could we have known, the seeds of this hideous catastrophe were sown. We allowed the virtue of science to take a back seat, so that now our needs for medicines we cannot meet. Our medical apparatus achieves such efficiency, so that in this heartbreaking time it shows us no leniency. Tender mercies are lost and cannot be given, as loved ones die alone, far from families shriven. The burden of their passage falls on heroes profound, as caregivers are called to hear their final sound. So let that last silent cry become an echo that resounds into the future to haunt us forever. But we will not have to wait for the haunting to begin. It's faced by doctors and nurses whose protections are far too thin. We send them into battle as the tip of the spear, conquering not only the virus, but also their fear. But the shields that we gave them simply would not do, so that once again, never have so many owed so much to so few. Yet they press forward in duty in the face of danger, clearly defining their transformation into archangels. For past lessons have been disregarded, not merely forgotten, and have brought us to our dark present, terribly misbegotten. Thus our current suffering finds us in a deep pit. For those who do not learn from history, they are condemned to relive it. So we can awaken and save future generations from the things we must now do, our desperate machinations. For our present alarm sounded too late, that clarion call from the past allowed to dissipate. So steel ourselves we must and face this terrible foe and achieve our vital victory so that into the future we may go. A brighter day does beckon in which we can find hope. Upon it we must focus, for it will help us cope. We must sustain our efforts. We dare not falter now. A triumph for humanity from our labors we avow. We dedicate ourselves to meet the present threat. The battlefield before us, we will charge without regret. We shall summon bravery and call it to our power, so that of current generations history will say it was their finest hour. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of our national anthem, Francis Scott Key poses a question that must be answered by every succeeding generation of Americans. He asks, does the flag still fly, and does it fly over a land that is free and brave? With your own personal answer to that question in mind, please join now in singing our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, the Star-Spangled Banner.